Amazing, amazing. Hi, hello, and today I will be discussing about erotic photo shoots for ladies. Okay, erotic photo shoots for ladies, and ladies can create portrait, semi-nude, nude photography, and of course explicit and very sexy, playing with themselves videos. Okay, and imagery, right? So at my studio, I create erotic photography, and today I will be talking about women, right? Women, can we stop this somehow and make it just focused without any glitches? It will be amazing. Okay, so let me discuss this. Let me discuss this today. Okay, erotic photography for ladies. Oh my gosh, I love this filter. It's very futuristic. It's amazing. It's just a shame that it's jumping all over the place. Can we just stop this jumping? Okay, hi, hello, hi, hello. Let me just see if I can edit this. And I can stop this for at least little bit. It's a shame. It's a shame. Okay, I'll stop it here because I don't want this to continue. Right? Hi, hello. So, oh my gosh. Okay, let me quickly delete. Okay, so let me continue. So I was going to speak about erotic photo shoot for ladies, and I really liked that filter. Okay, I wasn't planning it to jump all the time, so that's annoying. Okay, if I could remove this, it would be great. Ooh, I actually can change it. Amazing, I can remove this. Okay. I can actually edit. I can edit okay, I can actually edit here while I'm live. Okay, I'm still learning the TikTok, okay? So, but the reason why I came live is to speak about boudoir photography, erotic photo shoots for ladies, okay? And that's why I would like to record this video. So, erotic photo shoots for ladies, why is it popular? Okay, why ladies would like to look sexy? Why ladies would like to try erotic photo shoots? Okay, what they are getting when they're trying erotic photo shoots and why they are doing it. Okay, so I would like to believe that everyone is doing it for themselves. Okay, erotic photo shoot to feel, okay, what it takes to undress, to be sexy, to try sexual energy, express themselves, right, to do makeovers, change in a hot and sexy outfits. I would like to believe that they're doing it for themselves, but that's not the case. Okay, so there are three different categories. I would define why women do erotic photo shoots. Okay, boudoir photo shoots and glamour photo shoots. Yeah, for me it's one erotica, right? Nude photography. It's all erotica for me, right? So first category, I would say these are the women who are happy. Okay, happy with themselves to the certain level and degree, right? There is maybe something they are not happy about, right? But in general, they are happy. Okay, they want to experiment, they want to grow in their feminine vibe, okay? They want to grow with their sexuality, remember how it was to be hot and sexy, right? Try different outfits, see for themselves how it was to be hot and sexy, right? Try different outfits, see for themselves how makeover can change them. So this is all about energy. This is all about their body, their transformation, the way they look in front of the camera, the way they work with the photographer, right? Especially when it's the woman. Okay, I would strongly suggest to try man photographer, okay? Because between men and a woman, there has to be a different connection, okay? It always is, right? And escort, okay? It's another category, work when women doing a sexy photo shoot for work, right? It's the perfect. Okay, it's the perfect because there they can stimulate each other and they can kind of create a certain spark. Okay, and men help, okay, women in escort to make it sexy and sell it, right? So that's, I am jumping straight away into a second category. Why women doing erotic photo shoot? Okay, there is a big part of a will or a wish to sell. Okay, to sell their body, to sell their energy, to sell how they look, and of course, one thing is to sell it online. The other thing is to do it for work. Okay, and have a portfolio set up and as an escort, and then do the job. Okay, so that's the second category. So first, like I say, there was a woman who are happy with themselves, okay, and they want to experiment, they want to try maybe something new, they want to look sexier, they want to look hotter, they want to have a new experience to grow as a woman, right? The second category is they doing it for work, for job, okay, to make money, right? Erotic photo shoot, right? And there is a third category, is a traumatic ladies. Okay, traumatic ladies, it's a very big category. How I know that there was a traumatic experience behind it, physically or mentally, doesn't matter. Okay, then people are scared of the idea, okay, that they will be undressing, okay, scared to do the photo shoot, scared to actually think even about the photo shoot, okay, they are absolutely nervous and they terrified of this experience, okay, and that's why you know that people need to go and see psychologists, okay, first. Then they need to see a photographer, okay, and this is a very big category between women, okay, who are traumatized. Okay, why this is a big category is this, because you see when they scared to show their body, to undress, to get into sexual mode or sexual feeling or show themselves sexy, you see there is a very big part of it goes into their personal and intimate life. Okay, that's why when the men are saying that my wife is not sexy enough, not good enough, do not have initiative, maybe she is don't want to experiment, don't want to do some wild things, and so on and so on, there is a lot of comes from that traumatized experience. Okay, so when the woman comes to an erotic photo shoot, and I had it quite often, who would contact me, men would contact me, and then they would, when I had it quite often, who would contact wife or a girlfriend to have an erotic photo shoot for that reason, that she would be more mature and developed, okay, in that intimate stage, right? So it's an experience for growth, but in the reality, when person is scared, nervous, scared to undress, scared to show, scared to perform, scared to be in this vibration, right? And even it's a woman photographer, they do not feel safe and they do not feel okay, and you need to put a lot of time and effort to relax these people, to calm them down, okay, and then put them into a certain position, are taking great pictures, okay. And that's that's the people, like I say, with traumatic experiences in the past, in the childhood, I don't know, from their parents, from whatever it comes from, right? It stays inside of them. So there are, like I say, three big categories for ladies who would like to do an erotic photo shoot, okay. And the first category I'm really love to work with, okay, because the ladies are confident. You see, the ladies are confident, they would like to bring that confidence even higher, to be more sexy, to be more open-minded, to be more flexible in confidence even higher, to be more sexy, to be more open-minded, to be more flexible in terms of sexuality. Okay, so they go to erotic photo shoot to experiment, to push the limits, okay, to broaden, the boundaries, to remove certain programs that are not working for them, right? So this category I love to work with, okay, because you can see that it's mentally, it's okay, and she is in the game, okay, because erotic photo shoot is adult game. Right? There is a lot of acting, there is a lot of performance going on, there is a lot of posing and feeling and being honest with yourself and being true and understand how the photographer and the poser, understand how the photographer and the poser, combine dance works. And I'm like saying dancing because I'm doing certain things. The person who is in front of me should change the position and feel, what I want to do. And that's a certain dance, I would say, during the photo shoot, right, between me and my client. So we kind of in a tune, we understand each other, and we move right together. Okay, and these people who are happy, who are confident, they are easy to work with. Okay, they are not draining your energy down. Okay, that's first and foremost important photo shoot. Okay, for women is to develop their sexuality. Okay, to understand there is always a point when they may be not sure. Okay, they maybe want to look better and feel better about themselves, right? So that's the point. Okay, they prove to themselves that they are amazing. Okay, and the way they feel and the way they present themselves and the way they look in front of the camera, right? So that's erotic photo shoot, and this is the first category. Okay, the second category, like I mentioned before, women are doing this for their job. Okay, and these are escorts. Okay, and we know that the adult industry is huge and it's profound, and everyone is working online. Okay, and they're selling their body and selling their services. Some selling directly. They need a portfolio. Okay, for that category, we shoot erotic photography, but that's the specific photography, right? Because there is a very big competition, online, right? I shoot a specific intent. Okay, if the first category fall for the feminine nature, for the confident, for the sensual, intimate development, right? I would shoot it in a totally different way. It will be individually focused. Okay, so that's one thing. If I'm shooting for work, right, we are doing totally different things. First of all, I need to know what is her price. Okay, then what is her special services, right? Who are her clients? Okay, and so on and so on. So we are kind of narrowing down into the place where she can get more money, okay, with her work. Okay, and that work will be different to the one which will come to analyze herself and understand about herself, right? So the second category, we shoot erotic photography for money. Okay, that's the energy there. That's why she's communicating with the client in the camera. Okay, that's why we're bringing totally different features, I would say, right? So the first woman who is doing for her own growth and benefit, she would never concentrate on selling her content. Okay, she would never, how to say, it's a totally different energy and different artwork. Okay, and when we're doing it for money, I know what it sells because in adult business, I'm 20 years. I know which shots, how to lead her, which shots will make money. So I know what to do, right? But that's a totally different photography. Okay, but these women who do adult business, they are the one who needs to change their content often, and they're shooting erotic photography, right? For you, men. For you, for all of you, right? So that's what they're doing. And the third last category, which I want to define my clients, okay, because there are, like I said, 3 categories. First is a healthy woman, feminine side, sexual side, confidence side development, right? That's the first category. The second category is the woman who is in adult business working and doing it for money. And the third category, it's a therapy experience. You see, these women are traumatic creatures, and like I say, these women are absolutely scared of intimacy, of nudity, undressing, doing something shameful, doing something, what is not allowed. This is a taboo. There is a lot of broken pieces inside them, and they are not great in bedroom. They get, in a relationship, they get boring very quickly, okay? And because of those, programs that running in their head, they're scared to undress, they're scared to perform, they're scared to show, they just blocked everywhere, okay, not only in their body but in their mind, okay. So that's a traumatic how to say experience for them, and it is very hard to work with such women, okay, very hard to work with them, because they do not know this, okay, and it's normal, and in our society it's normal to, they are good girls when you think about it, right? They're being very good mothers, very good housewives. They're trying to be good and please you and how to say, do whatever it takes. But in terms of feminine energy and sexuality and intimacy, they're losing. Do whatever it takes, but in terms of feminine energy and sexuality and intimacy, they're losing because they're scared of it. They're terrified to show themselves, to express themselves, to do something with it, to experiment, to push the boundaries or the limits or be on the edge. This is something what is not for them. Okay, and when someone is booking a photo shoot on their behalf, very often, like a husband on a boyfriend, and then they giving me this kind of notes like, oh, can you teach her this, or can you explain her this, or can you do her more sexy, or so on. It's that kind of a feedback I'm getting, okay, from the other half. I always say it's not my job to do the feedback I'm getting, okay, from the other half. I always say it's not my job to teach her something, right? If you are in the relationship. I'm a photographer, to be fair, but that's kind of a 3 categories that I meet at my studio, and I want every category would define themselves, okay, because the easiest for me is work with the lady who is happy about herself and just want to experiment, okay, and that's where the right energy flows. Okay, and I'm very happy during the photo shoot, and I'm very happy after the photo shoot, right? When we go into a work environment, it's our adult business environment, of course, the competition kicks in. So I need to make sure that she is at that time the hottest and drop dead gorgeous, and we have those shots. Money shots, that I call it, right? So if it comes to adult business, there is a pressure in there for me, right? In terms of not only that, push that model up. Very often the model is not, how to say, it's a regular model, and you need to do something, like look her amazing superstar, okay? So that's a pressure on me, okay, always. When it comes to traumatic ladies who are, how to say, fear of the photo shoot or terrified of the photo shoot, this is the hardest experience for me, because it takes a really long time to get through, to pass by all these programs. It is hard. I know how to do it in the studio. It's taking time. Okay, usually when the lady will book a photo shoot and she has, that traumatic experience, you would not know till you would not start shooting with that person. Because she's scared, she doesn't like her, she has certain opinions and so on, it will be very hard to approach that person. And then it's not flexible, okay, and it's how to say, and it's very blocking, and it's very stiff, body very stiff, and so on and so on. So there are a lot of limitations, I would say, during the photo shoot, okay, and these people need to book a longer session longer session, because it is not possible to do it in 1 hour or 2. Yes, you can take pictures, right? To take pictures, I want people to feel something, to feel their body, to feel their state, to be conscious, fully conscious while they're doing it, sexy stuff, okay, and in front of the camera, and not to feel scared or nervous or ashamed or awkward, in front of the camera, because if they do, right, that's what they remember when they look at the pictures. You see, the pictures are the memories, okay, and if during that photo shoot she did not feel comfortable, okay, and she did not feel sexy, she will not look sexy. Comfortable, okay, and she did not feel sexy, she will not look sexy. Okay, and this is very probably important for the girls to know, right? So we're doing erotic photo shoot to look hot and confident in front of the camera, right? So we're doing erotic photo shoot to look hot and confident in front of the camera, right? And that's probably the most attracting thing, you know, to see this type of the woman, no matter how old you are, no matter what shape you are, okay, no matter what background or ethnicity you are, right? If you, it's very easy, okay? And the confidence in your body, when you love yourself, when you like yourself, when you happy who you are, how you are, and what's happening, okay, in general, positive energy, right? You see, when people are scared and nervous, they do not reflect positive energy. Okay, when they stiff, when they shy, when they awkward, when they feel ashamed doing something, they do not reflect positive energy. So it is not confidence. Okay, so when you vibrate in the negative energy, it takes time, okay, for me to move that person into a positive energy, into a confident zone. And not only takes time, takes action. I would try many things, okay? I would try different settings, I would try different outfits, I would try props, I would try masks on the face, I would try different things just to remove those programs blocking me taking the right pictures with that person. Okay, so it means that I will invest and put a lot of energy in this, okay, to removing this. It is possible. It's called phototherapy, and when you take a picture at the start, okay, of the photo shoot, you would see yourself, and then after 2-3 hours of intensive work, you could just look at the result, the final result, and the person is transformed. Okay, in terms of the face, how the face looks, how the body looks, how the hands are not awkward anymore touching the body, okay, how you can shape yourself and put into certain forms, okay, and how you can express it with the face, and there are a lot of things going on during that photo shoot. But what I'm saying for ladies is this: if she is not happy, okay, if she is not loving herself, and if she is not confident, she cannot be sexy. Okay, it's just one thing, right? Why she cannot be sexy? Because I have not seen a nervous, scared, terrified, sexy woman. I have not seen. Okay, and people, when they're doing it first time, and like I say, woman has a lot of traumatic experiences, okay, in the past, in the childhood, doesn't matter when, okay, but when they are scared and nervous and terrified to the point that, you know, they can, before the photo shoot and the period will start not in the time, and there will be many things happening in the body, physically or mentally, that's different kind of a triggers. But when the woman is nervous and terrified of the shoot, she will never create a hot and sexy lady pictures, right? So we have to go into that stage, okay, that she would feel, and then she would express, right? So imagine how much I need to invest and put into that person who in reality should have done, a course with psychologist first, okay? That's how it is, right? So like I say, traumatic experiences, and people with traumas, they do not know about it, right? They do not know because everyone is like this, more or less, okay? And they grow up in an environment and no one told them that they have traumas. They maybe know that, they may be little bit reserved, a little bit, how to say, stiff, or a little bit shy, right? But when it comes to erotic photo shoot, these programs, they become very much visible, okay? Especially when I work in adult business for such a long time, I can trigger them easy, okay? And that's why women are doing erotic photo shoot with me, because they get rid of these unnecessary programs which are telling them, okay, telling them lies, telling them lies. Imagine if there is programs running constantly in your head that you are too fat or too old or too how to say that something is wrong with you, you know, like nose is not right, or your breasts are not right, or your bum is not right, or you know, this, there are so many programs are running in their heads, okay, that when I meet the lady, in the first 10-15 minutes she will tell me how many programs are running there and damaging, okay, damaging the goods. Destroying my photo shoot, okay. So then I meet those programs. I then think how to terminate them, how to change them, how to rewrite them, okay, how to re-edit them, okay. That's what I do in my studio, right? Erotic photography for me, it's not that you're taking clothes off and we're taking a picture of you, okay. I want to make sure that person energy is there, because I can feel it, right? If I don't feel it, and I'm taking a picture and I don't feel it, and I have my own standards, you see, when I have my own standard, it means I'm shooting to my satisfaction, okay. And when person is nervous or scared or paranoid or stiff or something is wrong there, I can sense this straight away, okay. So we are not able to shoot a great, confident, sexy picture when these programs are running and something is disturbing, okay. So that's why it is important to prepare for a photo shoot, okay. It is important to have a good sleep, right, not to party, you know, so and so on and so on. But the most important is for me to identify, okay, which lady is coming here to shoot. Is it the healthy persona who is happy and want to, you know, raise sexuality levels and experiment and see for herself how hot she is, okay, that's a healthy experience. There is a work experience, which is a business experience. Like I say, during a business experience, I am shooting different content. It's the same hot and sexy pictures, but in that business experience, I am competing with other photographers automatically, okay, because I want her to get the best images that she can get, okay, and make more money. That's what we focus on. We don't even focus on on something else, you know. We want money, right, on this photo shoot. So on the first experience with the lady, we don't want money, okay. We want her to be herself, okay, to be herself and try new things for herself, so she would recognize, you know, and find different colors in herself, right? Be more confident, more sexy. Yeah, there is always more, right? And the final group, okay, it's a traumatic ladies, okay? Traumatic ladies, you see, they express the trauma differently, okay? Some are victims and some are aggressors, okay? They will tell you what you should do in the studio and how you should shoot them, okay, and how you should, you know, do your job and stuff. Or they would, how to say, or they would completely close, right? And you would be slowly opening up, because it would feel that she doesn't want to do an erotic photo shoot. She is absolutely scared to go through this experience, and I am here to convince her to do that. That's how it feels, okay, sometimes, right? So, like I say, traumatic people, they're always nervous and scared about this experience. People who do not have a trauma, they are excited, okay, because this is a new, okay, new adventure. This is something what they, you know, never tried before, and they're looking forward to this, okay. When I'm shooting couples, they cannot wait. You know, that's why I love shooting couples, because couples cannot wait to have a sexy time together, okay, in front of the camera. For ladies, it's different. So this video is for ladies who are doing erotic photo shoots, okay. And here I've just explained 3 woman types, okay, and all 3 woman types need erotic photography, because this is an X-ray. This is not only I'm taking a picture of how beautiful they are, but I also deliver all shots in between, okay, so that they would not be so, you know, cocky. So when you take a photography in a creative manner, right, not everything set up, right, but you're setting up on the go and improving your settings and shots on the go. There are a lot of shots in between, right? So there will be some not so good, there will be some okay, and there will be some great, okay, and there will be some no, right? So that's what we do. We create on the go, and this is a freestyle. And the most important is to click with the photographer. Okay, so you would be looking what the photographer is doing, how it's moving, you know, what is on it. And if we establish a dance, if we establish a connection, then the photo shoot is successful because I can feel my client. Okay, and of course, when I'm feeling my client, my job is to create photography that, you know, she never thought she could. Okay, because that's what is the erotica about, right? Erotica, it's about a new start, it's like new beginning, it's like new you, okay, re-edited version, okay, revamped version, right? This is kind of a feeling about the erotica. That's why they want to try it, okay, because they want to see what will happen if they would do it with a professional, what the photographer will do for them, how it will maneuver, okay, where it will lead them, push them, maybe, right, direct them, okay. That's what I do. Not only that, I help with makeovers, okay. What I mean makeovers, I'm really happy when lady comes with the makeup and hair done, okay, because if we're shooting, you know, budget clients, right, I like them to come ready. Okay, and even then when they come ready, I always help and decide how the hair is better. With this outfit, maybe hair is up better. With that outfit, maybe the hair is down better. Then we choose the accessories, we choose the shoes, we choose, you know, underwear, we choose dresses, we choose everything together, you see? And we then style everything, and then we will decide on which setting we're shooting what. Okay, and then maybe we will try a few different settings, okay, and then maybe we will just go into a certain, like a portrait, right, then a body shot, then a full length, okay, then they start undressing, semi-nudes and nudes experience. And my job is to, you know, to bring out more, okay. I always feel, you know, if there is any, you know, any space left, I extract more and more. And ladies, what they create, of course, they create for themselves first, but they have a, you know, a loved one. They have a husband, a partner, a boyfriend, or the one which will be enjoying. Not yet, doesn't know yet, okay, but someone will be enjoying, okay, this erotic shoot, right? So that's why we're making it extremely sexy. Okay, why I'm saying extremely sexy? Because why not? Why not? I believe if the woman doesn't have a boyfriend, for example, right, and doing erotic photo shoot, to find a boyfriend, right? So it's, for me now in 2025, there are stages of dating, okay? And the first stage, of course, it's a standard classic stage, yeah, like that. Here we go. This is Julia. Julia doing a portrait. I would remove, maybe for portrait, I would remove that. So we will do portraits, okay, we will do slightly sexy things. I would not undress anyone for a dating photography and stuff, right? But when you met the person, right, there has to be maybe underwear. There has to be something sexy there, definitely, right? But when you met the person, then, you know, the story continues. And then they would want you to see in a sexy outfit, and then outfit on, and then outfit off. Okay, and then maybe with some props or toys, okay, and maybe something else, and so on and so on. So I am constantly thinking ahead, okay, with the dating photo shoot. What will happen when you meet the date? He would want to see you naked, okay, and that's what we're preparing for. I know that we're shooting a portrait, but in the back of my mind, I'm already on the last stage of a dating, okay, when people want to see, you know, something more, right? That's how it is with dating. When it comes to makeovers, for ladies, it is very important. Okay, makeovers, it's like a phase for them, face and a style for them. So not everyone can do it by themselves. And when they're experimenting with their looks, it will be beneficial, you see, to ask for help. Right? So when we're shooting a nice project for a lady and we include makeover service, okay, makeover service done by beauty professionals. And the beauty professional will come and decide, okay, decide on that day what kind of a makeup she will do, what kind of a hairstyle. And of course, that will be already a transformation because it will be something that she would not do for herself. Right? So we will prepare a photo shoot and we would know that she would never be with this type of makeup, okay, or with this type of, okay, can I just do it? No, okay, it's a reflection. Okay, maybe do it like that. Okay, so when I'm saying it is good for ladies to try new things, including makeover, okay, including professional, so that you would have your new face, your new hairstyle, okay, and that will help. It's like wearing a mask, you know. Ladies would like to see themselves, and if they have a perfectly made up face and hair, they already half dressed. Okay, they already have dressed. So this is very, very helpful. Okay, for those who wants to be perfect. Okay, there are ladies who are not that much into makeup, but very much into, how to say, posing, expressing themselves, acting out, showing different kind of stuff in the studio. That is absolutely fine. I'm just saying, there are ladies who are absolutely, how to say, look at the every blemish or wrinkle, then you need a professional. You see, you need a professional makeover. Now, when it comes to shooting erotic photography, usually we start from portraits. Okay, I don't undress straight away ladies and say, now you're shooting naked. Okay, I don't mind. Okay, if that's a specific shoot and request that people, you know, people just want to shoot, for example, adult session, right? And they want to shoot just sexy stuff where she is semi-nude or nude naked, here we go, that's not a problem. But I'm just saying, if it's a normal shoot for a person for their own usage, your own experience, we will start from the portrait, right? And then gradually undress. It will go into boudoir or glamour style, then semi-nude, nude, and then explicit photography. Why not? Right? Explicit photography. Then anything, you know, anything else. Okay, so that's what it comes to erotic photography. When erotic photography is for their husband or for the boyfriend, we always shoot explicit content. Okay, and the closer and the better, you know, like something else, maybe playing with yourself shots, and maybe even with toys shots, something. When we are shooting for the boyfriend, we do stuff, okay, because that's what they want to see. They want to see a beautiful boudoir shot, but in reality, the dirtier the better. Okay, that's the taste for men. So I remember I was shooting this lady, and we shot a lot of beautiful, beautiful pictures. And then she said, and now it's the part when I'm doing it for my husband. It's like a dirty part now, you know? And that's what he likes, and that's what he wants to see, and that's what he told me to take a picture of, and so on and so on. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So we do both. We do a part which ladies like, right? And then we do the part which boyfriend or husband would appreciate, right? Appreciate. And the riskier, the better, right? That's kind of a thing. Okay, when it comes to, let me just quickly maybe say hello, and I'm gonna I'll say hello quickly, and I am going to answer some questions. There are some questions today live. I am discussing about ladies, erotic photo shoots for ladies. Okay, And that's the topic. I can see a lot of guys, okay, who are here. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Okay, and let me quickly my eyes. I know you from YouTube. You know me from YouTube. Okay, thank you. Yes, I just recorded the whole video and I did not put the YouTube on. It's a shame. It's a shame, right? I'm curious if anyone had a seeing photoshoot that go out of hands between the model and the woman. There is no getting out of hands, okay? This is adult business. You pay for everything, okay? There is no getting out of hands. If you have a photo shoot with the model, right? The model knows what he's doing and the model knows what he's paid for, yeah? It's not that you are going to a restaurant and ordering a steak and then it's getting out of the hands and you eating too. No, you're gonna pay for the second steak. That's how it is, okay? Stop imagining here, right? This is work. People, when they work, they get paid, okay? If they're doing it for whatever other reasons, then of course it can get out of the hand. It's not happening under my control, you know? I am working with people who can, how to say, control themselves, right? And I know the scenario and I know exactly what we're shooting. This is not like, how to say, you're going on set and you're doing this, this and that, and you've been told in the face what to do, okay? It's not out of hands or out of control. People are getting money for this, okay? And if they're not paid for this, they're not going to do it. Okay, and if the model is doing something and he is not paid for, then it's not professional. Okay, it's just not professional, right? So that's the thing. You are into corn channels, seeing somewhere in scenario. That's what probably you would like to shoot. Okay, there are a lot of people who would like to book a photo shoot with the scenario like that. That is, oh, I slipped and occasionally sit on, you know, on his cock, you know, and oh, this is, you know, this kind of scenarios they see in their heads, and that's what they want to shoot. But even this scenario being discussed and priced for this to happen. It doesn't happen for free, not in my studio. But in the other studios, I don't know, someone is starting to do something, they call people, they do that, they shoot one thing, they how to say, they shock 10 other people. I don't care what's happening, right? I'm saying to you that this is like in a restaurant. When you order a certain dish and certain sides and certain sauce, that's exactly what you get, okay? I don't think that you would be, how to say, happy if you order a steak and you're getting a fish, you know? Just like, not what you expected. Are you a single, yes or no? Did any woman take it too far with the model? Today, photo shoots only for single ladies, but you want to talk about ladies with the models, okay? Woman, I can tell you about women shooting with the models. Yes, it happened to me many times when they would book something very basic and standard, and then they saw a model and then they wanted something more. Okay, yes, it happened to me, right? A husband got more than he asked for. Did any woman take it too far with the model and husband got more than he asked for? You know, I am not here, you know, supporting infidelity or anything. Okay, so that's one thing, right? I'm looking at this as a business. If husband is paying for this and this, that's what she is getting in the studio. That's what is an agreement between me, her, and the husband. I'm a very honest person. Okay, so does the model, who would pay for this? Tell me. Do I need to pay so that the woman will get extra service? You think a little bit when you know, when you ask. If the model is paid for this service, okay, That's what he will provide. Okay, that's how it is, right? So speaking about the models, it is very popular for a husband to book a male model for a lady. Usually they book a bigger, a huge size models. Okay, it is very popular, and not necessarily has to be something like penetration involved in a shoot. Okay, they just book a model to stimulate the lady, okay, to be an encounter, that moment with the masculine big macho man, you know, someone brutal, someone totally different, right? There is just half a service, certain service, okay, like just a blow service, yeah, like oral, that's it, yeah. And there is a penetration as well service, okay, so depending who wants who. But it never happened to me that they booked, you know, one service or received another service. This is now. This is now, okay? So that's what I want to say. I pray it's makeup and not, I don't know. Okay, what you pray for? Okay, I'm just curious. Do taking these photos turn you on as well? Okay, that's such a popular question. Okay, now even couples are writing me saying that we would like to have a photo shoot, and we are so open-minded and this, and we would like you to be on the same page, to be turned on, you know, and stuff. And they do not understand that for me to be turned on is to be eyes closed, you know. When I am closing my eyes, I can get, you know, turned on. How can I shoot and create an amazing artwork with my eyes shut? What do I see when I'm turned on? Tell me. Okay, so this is a stupid question. This is a stupid question. I can tell you again why. Okay, because when you have one chance with people, right, who arrive to do an erotic photo shoot, and believe me, they are not my neighbors. They travel from another country or another city or quite far, okay, and I just have one go, and that means one go is 1 hour or 2 hours is the standard photo shoot. Okay, so I have 2 hours. In 2 hours, I have to blow their mind off with the photography that I do. Not that they just taking their clothes off and I'm taking pictures. No, that's not even, you know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that they will have a variety of different lightings in the studio, different camera settings, different like serious exposure, right? Different styles, different frameworks, different angles. I'm like, I am jumping around creating the most and I am getting boring after, you know, a few 10 shots I made. I already start creating. I'm very much into this. So I am posing them, I'm directing them, I am changing them, okay? I'm changing the lights, I'm changing the settings, I'm changing the backgrounds. I am doing so much that I have no time, okay? Seriously. And when I change into a different frame, okay, well, I'm shooting that frame, I'm already seeing that frame and that image in my head, and I'm trying to readjust and change everything to the artwork that I want, so that they will open their gallery, which will be 300 or 500 images. They would not see the same thing but different dresses. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They will see the artistry, the high-end art. That's why I'm doing this. Okay? So during that photo shoot, I do maybe 2,000 squats. Okay, I am like all sweaty and I'm all tired and my hair are messy. Okay, and I have no makeup left on my face and so on. Okay, so that you can see that Julia worked. Okay, and when you are telling me, oh, can you be turned on at the same time? In the reality, I always say yes, you can do anything. But I want, you know, there are some things when you can do things for money. Okay? So, you know, if someone will want me to do this, and when I do it like honestly from the heart, 100%, right? And then I would imagine how would I arrange and the shoot and be in this situation completely. I would do it for money, okay? Like that's gonna be like a very big figure, okay? So that I know why I'm doing it, okay? Otherwise, there is no point to sit with one ass on two chairs and try to rip it apart. Okay? You are working and concentrating and doing high-end art, or you being turned on. Okay, and the first thing. The second thing is why it is not so good, because when your sexuality is on and sexual energy is flowing, and you have a couple in a setting, right, the photo shoot, you will interfere with them, okay, and their performance will be affected, okay, and the wife might notice as well, you know, certain energy vibrations. So my sexuality is very neutral. When I'm shooting this content, I am off myself. When I am on is in those cases when people do not know what the sexuality is. Okay, there are adults who do not know how to be sexy or how to become, you know, to go into sexual vibe, you know, and to create sexy pictures, what to do with this outfit or with that one, what to do in this setting, what they should do, how, you know, they're confused. Adults are confused how to express themselves sexually, and constantly these programs that's stopping them to do that, right? That's why they're doing it, to remove those programs, to reprogram themselves, to capture themselves in that moment with that program. That it does not allow you to actually touch your body, to actually do something sexy, right? To perform, if we are shooting this particular scenario, for example, scene where you have to be that much sexy, and you understand that this scene actually depends on it, how hot and sexy you are, and there is something inside you stopping you from doing that, and this is where you're supposed to be doing it. We look at this situation as a programs. Why it's stopping you, what's happening, what are you feeling, why you're not able to do this, okay, why I'm not able to shoot it because you're doing this and this, okay, and that's how we learning during the photo shoot. So usually it's like sexual intellect being developed, right? You as an adult grow within yourself by taking your own body shot, right? Your body shot. I am taking your body shots, but you being in a different action. When you take in an action, okay, there are programs that coming out of you, right? And usually these are negative programs. The positive programs, they do not stop you, okay? Do not interfere, right? The negative programs, they coming out. When you sit in an office and talk to the shrink and talk to that person, you do not touch yourself, you do not do anything sexual, these programs are not coming out. That's why the therapy takes really a long time, okay, to take into effect, right? When you go to Julia and do an erotic photo shoot, like real photo shoot, not stage photo shoot, not fake photo shoot. That's what I'm saying. We're doing everything real in the moment, in that specific time. If we need to change the scenarios, if we need to change the outfits, if we need to change the lights, whatever, we need to feel that vibe in the moment, right? Because when it's right, when it's hot, when it's sexy, I know it. Okay, and it has to be from both sides. You see, so that's how it goes. Okay, I'm not sure if my question got answered or not. If my question got answered. This is a video for ladies, okay? Okay, French, beautiful nose. You're saying beautiful nose, thank God. You know? You know, thank God. That's who gave me hello. Hopefully the day is going well. Yes, I'm not able to see any other messages, but I'm discussing here about photo shoots for ladies. Okay, why ladies are doing this. So I already said before that ladies are doing to grow their sexuality, to do a transformation, re-edit themselves, reboot themselves, reboost, change. They do makeovers, they go and do sexual shoot, erotic shoot, glamour, boudoir, naked shoot, to boost the confidence, to raise intimacy level inside them, sexual energy, and so on. We practice this, right? We not only practice this, but we actually evidence the growth at the beginning, right? And then we go somewhere with this erotic photo shoot, right? Somewhere where the person is maybe not even ready to go, right? But somewhere very sexy. That's where we're going, okay, with erotic photo shoot. When we do a business shoot, right, when there is an escort lady, okay, then we hitting the targets and the market needs, okay, and it is a specific requirement, and I have a totally different shoot to the previous one, okay, because I am focused to make money. Okay, and create specific shots to make money, not to develop her, not to bring her confidence out. Okay, she has to be already with the confidence, otherwise it's not gonna happen. Okay, so that's how it is, right? So we focus on the best shots, and I would advise her how to do her best on that session. Okay, and the focus is money, not feelings, not intimacy, not sexuality, not self-development or personal growth. That's totally different, right? And there is the last section of ladies, like I say, who are in a traumatic program experience, right? Traumatic program experience constantly telling them that there is something wrong with them or there is something wrong with their partner. Okay, let me just repeat this. Yes, so traumatic ladies constantly feel that there is something wrong about them, or there is something wrong about the world around them, or there is something wrong with their partner. Okay, but this is like there is something wrong. Okay, there is something wrong. So that is already a negative vibration, right? There is something what they don't like about themselves. They don't like how they feel. They're not, not beautiful enough, not rich enough, not skinny enough, not, tanned enough, not, I don't know. And there are so many not enough that I would just spend the whole video just telling what is not enough. But there is not enough situation, okay? And they scared and nervous to do an erotic photo shoot, okay? Because of that. And I've already mentioned that work and and sexual shoot starts after we process those programs. Okay, so people who has a traumatic experience in the past, they are not looking forward to the shoot. Okay, they are not excited, they are not in a positive vibration, they actually in opposite. Okay, they're actually in opposite, right? So usually people need to take a much longer session. Okay, much longer, 1 hour or 2 hours is not here a case. Okay, if you want to transform your state, the way you are, your energy. Yes, we can take a pictures, okay, just the pictures of people naked or semi-nude pictures. It is possible in every state, okay, but that's not going to be a high-end sexy shows because the person doesn't feel this way. Okay, you understand? It's like lying, right? You can be depressed and smile and you think that this is a happy shot, okay, but the person is depressed inside. Okay, it doesn't matter that it smiles, right? So for me it's more important how the person feels, okay, what it display, what the imagery like. Okay, can we place the sexual energy? Is there, is this lady able to produce, okay, positive and hot sexy pictures, right? That's the question. So usually traumatic people, I do different approach, but they take much longer. Okay, and that is my point. Okay. 13 new messages. Let me just quickly check it out, and I'm gonna finish this. I'm not sure. I'm gonna finish this 14 messages. Okay, you're pretty. I don't know. Let me step out if this is for the ladies. Yes, this video is for ladies. Okay, what do you know about ladies? Why ladies shoot erotic photography? Hopefully the day is gone. Okay, so yes, so this video is for ladies. Ladies would want a makeover, to look good before the photo shoot, and ladies would like editing, post-production. Okay, so for women who are in adult business, in work, there is a heavy post-production, most of the time applied. Okay, and that means removing everything. Okay, sometimes it happens that you see, this is still a taboo, and this is still an incognito service, right? They don't want to be identified, so you would remove all the features possible that, like skin marks or mole or tattoo or everything. So the editing for the ladies, it's a very popular service. Okay, it's not that popular with men, and men don't need that type of heavy editing. Okay, but women, they see the standards here on social media. Okay, and they want to be perfect. Okay, so to be perfect in a post-production, it is possible it's much easier if you do a professional makeover, professional makeup and a hairstyle. It is easier, right? I'm saying there is a Photoshop there, right, which can do many things for you, but it is better. You have makeup initially, very good makeup and hair, okay? Because if you have a straight hair and then you need to curl it up, okay, in the Photoshop, it's possible. Now you can do anything, with this Photoshop. But I prefer a lighter editing. Okay, I prefer a lighter editing. So when I shoot people for work, for editing. So when I shoot people for work, for business, like escort, I do a specific edit. Okay, but I don't do these edits for normal people. Okay, they are not there to make money. They're there to stay real. Okay, and they're there to stay realistic. Okay, so my editing is quite light, I would say, and I like it this way. I like people to see their imperfections, because you see, erotic photo shoot is also about loving your imperfections, loving, that special things about you. Okay, loving the way you are. Okay, loving you at that moment. Okay, people, when they say to me, I need to lose weight, I really want to do a photo shoot, but I'm not ready. I'm not in that shape, or I need to lose weight, or there is always, you see that shape that you remember when you was 20 years old, and then you was young, and then maybe you was fit, and maybe you was this and this, and you want to chase that, and you're getting older, and and keep chasing. Right? This is like a delayed life situation. In reality, I'm explaining everyone that at this particular moment, your body knows what shape you should take, what is happening. Everything, how to say, happening on time. You should be the way you should be. You can't be unless you're eating the same thing all the time, and like that's not for everyone to have this type of nutrition. Like you eating exactly the same thing, then you'll stay exactly in the same body weight and shape. But we people, we put on weight, then we lose weight, then it fluctuates. It's normal, right? You can't be 12 months in the same shape. It's very hard, even for fitness people. Okay, it's really hard. So that's how it is. You should be relaxed about yourself more, and collaborate with your body, listen to your body. That's why is this photo shoot very special, because people, you see, they live in their bodies. They're looking after these bodies, like they dressing them, cleaning them, and maybe doing some fitness, feeding these bodies, but they do not have a real connection. you know? And that includes men as well. And what I'm saying, real connection, is because when we do an erotic photo shoot, right, you can see how the body reacts, okay? You can see that they don't know where to put their hands, what's happening with their legs, what's happening with the face, okay? It's just all kind of, every part is doing whatever it's doing. And there is, you know, with men it's even easier to see, okay? Because when they want to do an erection shot, there is no erection. And they really want to do it, okay? So that's what I'm saying, that the body is not listening, okay? They think that they're living in this body and everything is intact, but you come and have an erotic photo shoot and you would see how much is out of order and how many programs are running through your body and mind, okay? And these are the programs that usually stop people from doing many things, okay? Not only intimate things, not only sexy things, yes. These programs stopping from doing, you know, other things in life, okay? Let me just say that. So I've discussed about a photo shoot for ladies, and I talked about 3 types of ladies today, and I said that makeovers are very important, okay? And the post-production for ladies is also very important because they want to be perfect, okay? But I'm welcome everyone to come and recognize themselves and see for themselves where they are, and of course book an erotic photo shoot and have this an experience to know finally and find out finally who you are and how you are at that age, at that specific moment. How do you feel? You know what you represent. Let me quickly just check the last messages. Okay, hi, hello everyone. I'm saying hi, hello. Okay, okay. Well, these are all messages. There is no questions here. Thank you so much for your compliments. Okay, and the next video I'll talk about men. Okay, next video I'll talk about men. Maybe I'll record later today, maybe tomorrow, so that will be an easier for you to ask me something. And for now, thank you so much for your time. Yeah, and bye.